Gavumenti etuyambe haiguriye oburwaire titwina kyokubyamira titwina kyokulya titwina majigo kurara mukagarura hano.
Land, evictions, compensation are in the spotlight as Uganda enters extractives industry. In 2016, in Hoima district, at Muziranduru camp, Ramotonga village, families were forcefully evicted from their homeland. They needed help after. They looked miserable after suffering mistreatment by leaders and security personnel.
Nkuka kugirora ekolesebwa polisi nikaka hunga batuleteire kano utwabagambaga batuyita ngo mugume tukuije obayi bwakyaganye nkya uhuragani gatuhulika masasi ebintu byoite byone byakabayiro mu bajiba kabitulekesaje
bakansibira bakankwatira mu itaka lyange bantera bantwara bansibe kasibwa meza asatu era nahati ku ruganduga mu nkomo tingatunga akasinge
mufata kibanza cyawo
mu kibanza cyanje n'ubu barakinyaze ntabwo nyituramo ibintu icyo tuza gukora ni iki hatwe b'ingunda tudafite amikoro
twakire twebwe abana bitu tuvuga kubazika wabakirire ne kanisa nikiteye kubahamanya kuzikaho ati bajya kusani ngo yaje mu mbabazi ako kuzika kuko bajya nkati bahingurira n'abajya ngo murone y'imarazi nsiba no murambwe tuwezengana ku maribiro bishatu kutujondera notera radisi ni nyisha obwire bitotera y'umupiyo wabakire ko bwirobwe agamba ni nyisha mugumaho mushangati n'ikiruje mu mutwa cyakubajondera no naga nkemba hatiya.
After oil was discovered in the Albertine Graben, investors have set up factories and residue outlets from the oil refinery, which created demand for land.
It has really affected development in the district because those people who used to grow a lot of food are no longer growing food. They are fearing. Already they are fighting over the land instead of someone concentrating on digging is in court, is in where. So you find there's no development.
Just where the Hoima sugar factory sits, hundreds of families were also evicted.
Mimi nafanya kitu hii pesa nyingi bapana lipa mimi ninarudi kukaa hapa pesa mimi enda nayo kwa daktari kwa kona hiyo ndio naleta shida hii mpaka mimi nakaa watoto wengi nazaliwa nafika ndoa na kufa.
The arbitration process of such land conflicts calls for justice. In this process, the justice sector has come up with a report throwing judicial officers in the spotlight for the fateful deed that left hundreds helpless.
Abasirikale polisi ya Hoima yije yatanga kwirukaho nuko bankwasira bandera ubwo bakabatwetire urukurato RDC nyakahuma umuntu wari kwenda kuja kutereza byita kuno kabire kakoriyo kugira ngo batwatiremo.
It is now that the report on the extraction of oil and minerals in the Albertine region is thrown into perspective by the justice, law and order sector. The lead researcher, Professor Frederick Juko, read out findings to judges and magistrates at a symposium at Lake Victoria Serena Hotel. So far, findings show human rights were violated. There was delayed compensation backed by forceful evictions. The findings further show that residents were not involved in impact assessment. Communities were not offered services by their districts. In Kakumiro and Kagadi, people had no idea where the oil pipelines are going to pass.
Local governments have no access to the production sharing agreements. We were informed about this. They even told us that, you see, they had asked that at least disclosure of the parts that concern them, you see, be available to them, all right? But in other words, severance. And our law actually has that principle of severance. So those that you want to protect, you can sever and make the rest available. But nothing. You see, they will not even, release any of those elements that concern local governments, the benefits of communities in those agreements, and therefore, you see that they can't begin to act on them in order to promote them because of secrecy.
This left judicial officers stunned by findings in the survey.
Like the oil industry, soil is removed and then you expect us to develop. We are looking at only the mineral bit of it. the oil bit of it, the gas bit of it, but we are ignoring what it was before putting these extractions.
The biggest problem, which is in the Albertine region, my lords, is that there is a lot of speculation. Every Ugandan in that area thinks that the land he or she lives on, they must be oil underground or they must be minerals. So,
what is the rationale for hiding all this information if oil is really treasured and wanted by everybody? One would expect that competition within this industry would encourage full disclosure in the industry.
We might be so excited now, when in about 2, 3, or 5 years, these resources may not be that relevant. Have we undertaken research into that area?
The Albertine region, the people do not have, the owners of the land, do not have certificates of title. So some people will say the land is free. It's not free at all. People have been there and will continue to be so.
These findings qualify the allegations raised by victims in the evictions, hence drawing a provisional conclusion. This seems a hard situation for the judiciary because issues related to the fate of these people in the Albertine have incompliant and diversionary laws.
Let me put this in context. Uganda has fairly good laws, even progressive laws, you can say, even a good constitution. But compliance with the laws, including the constitution, is probably very wanting. There's no reason to believe that the area of oil and gas will be different, but we can discuss that.
The issue of extractives and associated evils in the world is not new.
That history continues repeating itself.
But there are recommendations how best the judiciary can settle land conflicts.
Creating equitable opportunities for access of resources is as important as equitable distribution of the resources themselves.
But how will they save people from land wrangles unfolding day by day? How will the judiciary handle such cases?
I think all the judiciary that deals with extractives, but even criminal, I think they need to visit the Albertine Graben. Not because, not as part of an adjudication process, visiting the locals or whatever, but I think a visit and a study of the area and interacting with the people there will put our judiciary in a better frame of mind to appreciate, the kind of situation our people are facing in those areas. Before I visited it, yes, I would read about them in the papers and so forth and so on, but now I know.
As I conclude, Frederick Juko, a professor at School of Law, Makerere University, concluded best.
Only to remember that really the people of Uganda are the least beneficiaries in this equation, and you have to take measures to hide that fact. Thank you very much.
Ivan Kaahwa, UBC News.
Distinguished facilitators, ladies and gentlemen, I'll begin with an apology. I was reminded yesterday